season. Can they put all that behind them here? There's the kick by Zerline Sale. They will begin from the gun and to the ground game to start. This is Ramondre Stevenson. And what was their 6th straight defeat at the hands of Jacksonville. Stevenson, tough stiff arm, but he is just on the field. This is where we will see him today, primarily passing situations. May on 3rd and 5, taking his first shot near
the Jets defense. A lot of one-on-one balls down the sideline, and you can see Drake May not afraid to throw the football down the field.
Bryce Behringer's punt. Xavier Gibson slips a couple of tackles. Gibson crosses midfield. Field position for Aaron Rodgers.
Oh, Sparrow, you can see that the gunner on that play, Brendan Schooler, he kind of gets tripped up.
Turn that game against Jacksonville. They give up a 40-yard return here to Gibson. Rodgers and company, first down. Evades the sack with a sidearm delivery, a completion, but
listen, you're at mid-season right now. The time is now for this offense to figure it out.
This is Breece Hall. On 3rd and 3, crossing route over the middle. Roger, New England, and Thomas Morstead, the Pro Bowl punter. Boy, they nearly got to him. This is going to be fielded by Jones right around the 10. Missed. Rodgers nearly 300 pass yards, 2 touchdowns, but it has all gone south since then. Can they get back on course? This is a quick release. They've leaned on him a little bit more with C.J. Mosley trying to get himself physically right. Pitch play here to Stevenson. That's a first down for New England.
Quarterbacks to make, and who would have thought that Russell Wilson would have had the debut that he had last week when they played the Steelers?
Can they get recalibrated here against the New England offense that has struggled much? Let's get the call from Rolstad.
Defense, number 35.
It's like a little bit of a grab.
Jets' most penalty yards of any team in the NFL through the first 7 weeks. Stevenson trying to cut back.
You can maybe attack, and the Jets' defense has given up some yards, and that's been on the ground.
First touch tries to get back atop the AFC. On 3rd and 4, May working from the gun here over the middle, completes. Ranks. And what has been a terrific season despite all the losses here for New England. Little low with the pass was May that time, but he gets it to his target.
Impression that this moment is too big for him.
On 2nd and 7, here come the Jets again. May climbs the pocket, is going to run for it. First down and more for the Patriots. May
picks up a big game.
You saw Alex Van Pelt, offensive coordinator, at the controls for this New England offense.
Neutral zone infraction. Defense, number 94.
May handing to Stevenson, that hard, stiff arm.
And Stevenson has been excellent in those situations.
May climbs the pocket, gonna run again. May, first down, May in, touchdown! Drake May, the 22-year-old rookie, with a 17-yard sprint. Patriots on the board here at Foxborough. Drake May, masterful on that drive. He's got New England in front on CBS. Keep in mind, C.J. Mosley questionable to return in the middle of that Jets defense. So now the offense onto the field. Here's Hall with a pitch from Rodgers. Hall team and get that win, but not the start they were looking for. Down 7-0. Another pitch near side of the field. This is Hall.
About being Joe Montana. He said all week long he made it a point to be more joyful for his teammates to be able to.
Jet sideline.
Prior to the pass, it'll go hands to the face. Defense.
From East Rutherford, Braylon Allen now resets into the backfield on 1st and 10. Rodgers protected. Everyone covered, finally gets it out, and it's incomplete.
In all of Aaron Rodgers' passing attempts.
Back to the ground game here. Oh, Kyle Duggar, who's out with the ankle. 3rd and 9. Rodgers, far side for Adams, and it's incomplete. And a late marker comes in.
That
pass interference, number 0 on the defense.
March underneath with that right arm of Gonzalez. This will be a better angle here. Right there, the hook with the right
that is
hand
is lining up in the slot, and he lined up there 50% of his snaps last week.
Rodgers, quick delivery, finally gets it to Adams, near side of the field with Breece Hall here. Hall in motion. Football is loose. Rodgers somehow gets it to Allen off a broken play.
Out pressure look with man-to-man coverage.
Rodgers near side to the end zone, and there's the flag.
Pass interference. Defense, number 53. The ball he placed in the spot of the foul, automatic. First down.
He just understands Breece Hall is right on the sideline. He almost runs him out of bounds. So if you just a confidence thing to turn and locate the football.
Jade's Territory telling us that he did agree with the call. Rodgers slinging one to the end zone. Touchdown. Concentration, as Arch just alluded to. Tight space in the back of the end zone. And the point after, not even close. Sums up what has been this four-game losing streak stretch for the Jets. Jets getting 30 yards on those penalties, and they bang it in finally for 6. First two possessions for New England as they begin at their own 20-yard line, holding this one-point lead. May all day to throw. Terrific protection up front. He's going to sling it on a comebacker, and it's incomplete.
In recent memory, they just haven't been able to find that reliability outside.
May climbs the pocket with everyone covered. May breaking tackles. Drake May took that hard hit to the helmet. Looks like he's okay. Could be a free play here for the Patriots.
Offside. Defense, number 54.
As May has New England on the run again. That'll take us to the end of the first quarter. New England 7 and the Jets 6 on CBS. He has accounted for 69 of the Patriots' 90 total yards, 46 of which have come on the ground. Stevenson slips the initial tackle, and then it's Gardner giving chase.
To be able to split the pocket, and they've created some penalties. They've got to play better.
May forces New England now into a 3rd and 12. May from the gun over the middle, and it is into their quarterback. There was Thornton earlier, and that time Bootsy unable to get it for New England. Frustrating finish. Gibson, like you can feel the urgency on that Jets sideline, but can this team settle down now in really a must-win situation?
The ball, if it wasn't for a couple pass interference penalties, who knows?
Second down pass from Rodgers, completes to Ruckert.
Like so far in this game, the focus is quite there.
Rodgers faking to Hall, flushes out, throws across his body, little sidearm delivery, completes.
Out, go to some straight drop back pass, what Rodgers does best, and make them prove that they could put pressure on him.
This is Breece Hall trying to bounce. Wilson leads the league in targets, hasn't been targeted yet in this game. First down for the Jets.
To draw a lot more favorable coverage than he's seen in his career.
Allen taking on tacklers. The flag thrown. Here's Rolstadt.
Defense, number 94.
Learn from. And Wilson wants to learn everything he can.
He's been a sponge so far. Rodgers off the fake, over the middle, and it is caught. Star receiver. It's a pickup of 27.
Yeah,
what a catch by Wilson.
Yeah, Rodgers was looking to the other side to his catch for his quarterback down the field.
First and goal from the 1. Rodgers near side end zone. It is caught. Gibson, touchdown.
A great catch.
Every scoring play subject to automatic review. That initial contact, as they're going to take a closer look upstairs. Here's to Aditi.
Spiro, Drake May has been taken into the locker room. He is being examined for a head injury and is questionable to return. You certainly remember he was hit on the head in that previous drive. The Patriots did not get a penalty flag for that hit.
There was Jamie and Sherwood who came in and made the hit right there.
So there wasn't a lot of positives to draw on in that game.
First appearance that we've seen from Brissett since
Jacksonville. But now it's Jacoby Brissett has to come in and keep that energy going.
Stevenson trying to break some tackles, picks up 2 hard-fought yards.
Ball team.
Play clock down to 0 as Brissett barely gets it off in time. Steps up in the pocket, slings one, they complete, but they're going to be well short of the first down.
Make a play. Maybe the Jets offense got some signs of life. It's a big drive here for the Patriots defense coming up.
Behringer leads the league into here in Foxborough. This drive begins at their 15-yard line. Pitch play to Hall.
And throwing the ball in running situations.
Rodgers puts some air under it, near side of the field for Wilson, and it's...
They just have to find a way to get pressure up front.
Rodgers again working near side, drops it in the bucket.
Rodgers, and you're impressed that you're going to have to play the fade or the go ball, and that is the tough catch. He has come up big in this game.
Wilson, who was not even targeted the first quarter and a half of this game, suddenly...
Wilson is going to have some big opportunities in one-on-one matchups with Adam. Wouldn't be surprised if they take a shot knowing they'll go for it.
This will be a first down run. That's Braylon.
Most of the plays have been positive, and I really think it's helped them stay in rhythm.
They fake the end around. Rodgers, little misdirection here. We'll check the...
Ineligible man downfield. Offense, number 78.
Jet penalty already in his first half. Rodgers under duress, somehow escapes. Just flings it out of bounds.
Tends to do with the football.
Rodgers 8 of 12 for nearly 80 yards, 2 touchdowns as they go back to the ground game here with
and committed to all of their called runs.
Rodgers protected, it's deflected and caught, but they're going to be short of the first down marker. Foxborough. Again, that interior rush. Dietrich Wise able to get his right hand on the football. Actually challenged that. If you've just joined us, Jets had to use all of their timeouts in the first quarter with some pre-snap confusion on certain formations. This one, meantime, it bounces into the end zone. Nice job by the New England Patriots. So Drake May being evaluated for a head injury, as we heard the report from Aditi. So Jacoby Brissett
And get something out of this drive.
Jacoby Brissett handing here to Stevenson.
You get the ball with more than 1 minute and 22 seconds left, you can at least try to get a field goal out of this drive.
Just first half highlights from Verizon and a word from your local station. Trying to get his defense on track, now hoping his offense can set the table here to begin the second half as they go right to
any defense with his arm. And so what's the balance of putting more on Rodgers, but then also committing to a run game?
Pitch play. Where do they go here on 3rd and 4? Rodgers from the gun. They bring 4. Rodgers feeling the pressure, just throws it to... They started the game, forcing a 3 and out. As Marstead on to punt. Marcus Jones going to play it just outside his 10. Cuts it to the near side. Jones has some real estate. Jones breaking free. Inside Jets territory, still on his feet. All the way down to the Jets 25. Allen, who missed the tackle. He had a chance to get him initially, and he missed.
Yeah, they really, Jermichael Hasty just puts on a nasty block, which really was the key block to spring him. But you talk about forces the 3 and out, and then special teams makes a big play.
Right to the ground game here with Stevenson running. Then if you've just hopped on with us, Drake May concussion done for the day. Jacoby Brissett.
Both of their starting safeties in this game.
Stevenson, they got to get him in the backfield.
That time could not take care of Quentin Williams.
Brissett far side, it's caught. First down. Stevenson, he's right at the line to gain.
But what a grab, and then tightrope the sideline.
They marked him short of the line to gain. Stevenson has it. Stevenson in, touchdown.
It happened in that locker room at halftime, but Patriots came to play in the second half.
Long punt returned by Jones over 60 yards, gave him a short field. And Jacoby Brissett on in relief, leading the touchdown drive on the legs of Stevenson. Patriots' second meeting of the season between these two teams. Jets have lost 4 straight. As desperate as it gets in Week 8, Rodgers puts some air under it. Far side, it's caught. Wilson. And
Pass interference. Defense, number 25. That penalty's declined. The result of the play is a first down.
The hand fighting and then the concentration just to come down with it. I mean, it doesn't get any better. He has just been since last week.
it's a 37-yard completion and the second PI penalty in this game against Marcus Jones. Pitch play here to Hall.
Up corner, and now you're getting the mismatches that you want. I'm telling you, it should really open things up.
Rodgers gets it to Adams. This is the 4th target for Devontae Adams on
Conklin to make some exceptional catches in tight situations.
fresh set of downs for the Jets. Rodgers faking the pitch, then he goes underneath to Hall, near side. Hall, good yardage on first down. Let's see if they mark him out. Yes, they will.
I think this drive, we've answered that question.
This is Hall. We're almost kind of stopped to throw the defense off. On 3rd and 1, Rodgers sold the fake, and then he missed over the middle to Adams.
When the Jets have caught the football.
Last year, and now Zerline on for the 29-yard attempt. Remember, he missed the point after in the first half, but he is perfect here on the 29-yard chip shot. And that'll get the Jets back into the lead. 2-point game, 3rd quarter on CBS. Thursday, quirky crime solving is getting spooky. Don't miss a special Halloween episode of Elsbeth Thursday at 10/9 Central on CBS and streaming on Paramount Plus. Can he lead them to a win in a divisional game here against the Jets? 2-point deficit. Pitch play here to Gibson.
Brissett goes about doing his business.
There really has been something else. What a career it's been for Brissett that has come full circle as he completes.
He lives it to the fullest, and he really is the perfect mentor for a young quarterback.
This is Gibson. Football came out.
The rule on the field is a fumble recovered by New England. First down.
All right, so Jeff Ulbrich holding that challenge flag. Had the little challenge flag miscue last week.
Be tough.
Brissett climbs the pocket. Boy, takes a lick. Wide open, converts. That's the tight end. Henry will check the flag.
Holding. Offense, number 74.
Strike nonetheless, and boy, that hurts for the Patriots. Wipes away a big pass play, their biggest of the day. Brissett fakes the give to Stevenson, protected, slings it a little bit high.
Put his imprint on this football game.
Yeah, McDonald second in the NFL in sacks with 8 entering this one today. Quick delivery, Brissett gets it to Thornton, who had the... Brissett, here they come, steps up, and he's buried.
And able to get to Brissett.
Williams, the Pro Bowler each of the last 2 years. What a force he's been on the interior of that Jets defensive front. This is Gibson. Boy, he...
During the return, holding, receiving team number 29. That's a 10-yard penalty from the end of the run. First down.
A team when maybe you have a chance to put them on the ropes.
Fake handoff from Rodgers, completes to the far side to Conklin, who had the touchdown catch earlier. This will be a first down connection to begin their drive. It's a pickup of 13. Good start last week in Pittsburgh. Then the late first half pick by Rodgers. And just were never able to come back from that. So infectious in that locker room. Something that Rodgers quickly recognized upon joining this team last year. Rodgers, boy, the football came out. Let's see if they're going to rule this an incompletion. Football, meantime, is still loose. New England, but they... And another little gasp from that Jet sideline. It's going to be a 3rd and 6.
Yeah, and he wanted to let it.
Rodgers, 12 of 20 for a $150. Protected over the middle. Nearly picked.
There's something about this route just doesn't make sense. You have 2 receivers. You have Adams.
Seen the operational miscues from this Jets offense. Penalties, guys lined up in the wrong spot. Pre-snap. Had to burn 3 timeouts in the first quarter as Marcus Jones. Ross, Mark Grant, our director, rest of our CBS crew. Jacoby Brissett, the give to Stevenson, and he is going back.
Situations against this offense in this game.
On a day that the Jets finally get Hassan Reddick into the mix, making his Jets debut. Brissett slinging one here.
Seemed to get a run.
Brissett on 3rd and 7, fires, and it's incomplete. That's one he's got to make for the Patriots.
A lot of traffic. You could see, again, Patriot receiver has a chance to make a tough catch for a big play, and they can't come down with the ball. 3rd
game played for Bourne. Remember, he's coming back from that devastating ACL tear. This is Gibson's had a big day as a punt returner. The force fun catching up with him, visiting with him, not just contemporary. It's his 3rd game as the Jets coach. One play here, they're going to pick up minimal yardage to set him up as Breece Hall will take us to the end of the quarter.
The 3rd quarter.
Jets with possession and a 2-point lead in a gotta-have-it game here in Foxborough in Week 8. We head to the 4th next on CBS. Rodgers will work from the gun here on 2nd and 8 as we begin the 4th quarter. Quick drop over the middle, completes Conklin. This is Hall looking for a seam, avert potential disaster. 2nd and 7. See what they have done in the red zone so far. 2 touchdowns on 3 trips. Rodgers pulls it back to the end zone, and it's incomplete.
Figure out a way to beat man-to-man coverage, and it looks like they're doubling Adams.
Lazard out with the chest injury. Rodgers never had a chance. Christian.
New England defense.
44-yard attempt. Zerline has missed a point after. And this kick from 44 wide left.
You have a chance. You miss Adams and Wilson in the end zone. You get a sack and then the missed field goal.
Stays at 2 points.
Yeah. And look, this is an important drive for this defense.
There's a little flea flicker, and then Brissett gets it to Hooper, the tight end. Hooper's got some carpet in front of him. Hard.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense number 72.
End.
Listen, I'm telling you, this is, again, not to keep harping on this, but if you're the Jets.
Jets 41-yard line. What a big drive this is for the Patriots. Brissett fires one near side of the field to hit. All right, Coach, what a matchup there. We will be watching, as will the country. Coming up here, Stevenson.
You could just kind of pack it in and say, you know what, today's not our day. But they've continued to play well. He's trying to make this football team in his image, which is different.
Brissett again, and another 3 drops by my count at least.
Critical moments. This one early. Tyquan Thornton has a chance to start the game off with a big play. Right here over the middle, Booty, a chance. This time it's Kendrick Bourne over the middle. Most drops in the National Football League.
3rd and 11 after the incompletion. They get it to Henry, and he's got it.
The edge, and there's nobody to cover down on the vacated space by the blitzer.
Snapshot of the defense as they work from the 17. Brissett to the end zone, broading it up and batted down.
Really in the perfect spot for Isaiah Oliver. Well done.
And as we approach the 9-minute mark in the 4th, Brissett, clean pocket, delivers over the middle to Thornton, breaks a tackle, first down Patriots.
Coming into this game on the season, and that's his biggest one yet.
Gibson moves that.
Time in the pocket and to convert for a first.
Officials giving them a chance to sub. Brissett loses the football. For C gig that he's had in his career, last 4 years in Cleveland. What do they dial up here? 3rd and goal. Brissett to the end zone, incomplete.
The pocket, how he plays the hands of Bourne. Bourne has him beat, but just as that ball reaches the fingertips, look at where Mills puts his hand. That is tech.
Years here as a starter for New England. Started more than 30 games over the last 3 years. As the field goal here gives New England the lead. 17-16 with 7:34 left in regulation on CBS. Jets offense.
We'll see how relaxed and stress-free the Jets can stay right now. Be the first time they played against this defense, so really credit New England defense for shutting down the run game.
2-1.
Wilson has had, so he can have a big day, but they haven't been able to beat man-to-man coverage.
This is a first down run here by Braylon Allen.
With any of the Patriots linebackers in man-to-man situations, so you would love to try to get him involved, but they haven't been able to solve man coverage.
Rodgers comes back to the near side of the field. Wilson on 2nd and 7, quick drop. Rodgers, perfect pass to Wilson. Is ruled a completion as Wilson with his third 100-yard day of the season. Hall finds the edge. Hall has a seam. That's a down a point with 4:38 remaining. Hall taking on tacklers, picks up 2 majors. This is why you go out and get Aaron Rodgers for moments like this in the game. Rodgers, the pump fake, fires over the middle, and it is caught. Hall on the take, stood up
to get a win.
Rodgers giving here to Braylon Allen, and he's in. Touchdown. Boy, play clock again was down to zeros.
Offense, number 8.
Pressure. Bring the house. You got to beat man coverage.
Rodgers over the middle. It's caught. They're not going to get it. But the Jets able to get in for 6. They've taken the lead late fourth quarter on CBS. 30.
You make sure that you cover Hunter Henry and make these receivers beat you if you're the Jets.
Brissett. Brissett on 2nd and 10. High pass, and it is caught.
Has been thrown out 4 times. Really, Thornton with 2 catches is the next leading receiver.
Brissett slinging one, and that is dropped.
More critical moment.
Boy, in that time working against Sauce Gardner, and Brissett put it where it had to be. Brissett steps up in the pocket on 2nd down. Over the middle, they complete, but very little yardage there. Mike 9. When we come back, the Jets in a must-win in Week 8, clinging to this 5-point lead on CBS.
Give up 2 3rd and longs. They've got to be at their best here.
On 3rd and 9, Brissett steps up. He's going to run for it. Brissett's got the first down.
Can you give up?
Brissett on 1st down, climbs the pocket, moving, and it's incomplete. Look.
But Douglas really is the guy that has shown the most and shows that he's got some stuff when it comes to being a go-to wide receiver. To me, looks like they're going to drop out and play coverage.
See what they've done on 3rd down. Here they come, free blitzer. Brissett somehow gets it out cleanly and completes inside the 10. Booty
against one of the top corners in the league. Turns him around, makes the catch going to the ground.
It's the biggest play of the day for New England. 1st and goal from the 9. Back to the ground game in Stevenson.
Really, they're going to take a look at that and be real upset with themselves tomorrow.
Brissett underneath. This is Stevenson, near side. And he's for
matchup. And I've got to try to get the ball in somebody's hands.
Brissett, quick drop over the middle. It's caught. Booty. Touchdown.
New England. The ruling on the field is the runner is down short of the goal line.
Oh, unbelievable. Brissett under center. Here we go. Stevenson on the take. Stevenson is in for the touchdown. With 22 seconds left. Brissett, near side, Stevenson, 3-point lead. Rodgers over the middle, completes, gets it to Wilson, and now they're going to rule incomplete. Incomplete.
And Yeah, that ball, he never secures it or just pass. You have 2 plays left in this game.
On 2nd and 10, Rodgers sidesteps over the middle, and it is caught. Adams makes the catch, but they can't stop the clock.
Game's over.
Final seconds come off, and it is over here in Foxborough.
That is the end of the ball game.
The Jets run out of time and suffer a back-breaking loss here in Week 8.